Alright, in this section we're going to talk about multi-step equation. So what do I mean by multi-step equation? It means that you may have to use the distribute property, you might have to combine like terms, you might have to use two or more opposite operations. So you would probably have to do maybe all of them or any combination of these three when solving the multi-step equation. Alright, so let's take a look at our first example. We have negative 18 minus 6k equals 6 times 1 plus 3k. So, when we have something like that, first we look, do we have any sets where we can distribute? We sure do. We have a 6 that we can distribute inside the parenthesis. So, when we do that, we're going to distribute the positive 6 into the positive 1 and the positive 3k. So, I'm going to bring down the left side. Minus 18 minus 6k equal positive 6 times positive 1 is positive 6. Positive 6 times positive 3k is positive 18k. Alright. Now here, we don't have to worry about any distributing property. And if we look at the left side, we can't combine any terms. On the right side, we can't combine any terms because number, variable, so we don't have to worry about combine like terms. But we have to worry about two or more opposite operations because we have k, the variable, on both sides, and we have numbers on both sides. What we need to do is to have a variable on one side and a number on the other side. So typically, I tend to have my variable on the left side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have my variable. So over here I'm putting V for variable, and now here I'm putting number on the right side. So my left side will have variables, my right side will have numbers. So what I'm going to do, if I want to get my variable to the left side, since I have 18k on the right and I want to go to the left, I'm going to subtract, since it's opposite of positive 18, so I'm going to subtract 18k. Since I did it on the right, I'm going to do it on the left. Doing so, this will cancel out. I'm left with just 6 here on the right. I'll bring down negative 18, and I do negative 6k minus 18k. That would be negative 24k. Now, I got all my variables on the left side. What I need to do is have my numbers on the right side. Now, negative 18 is the only number on the left side that needs to go to the right. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel out the negative 18, which is plus 18. Since I did it on the left, I'm going to do it on the right. So plus 18. Negative 18 plus 18 cancel out. So I'm going to be left with negative 24k on the left equal, on the right side, it's going to be 6 plus 18, which is 24. So I got negative 24k equals 24. So what I'm going to do is I want to get k by itself. Since it's multiplying with the negative 24, I'm going to do the opposite, which is divide by negative 24. Since I did it on the left, I got to do it on the right, divide by negative 24. So k will equal, so over here, negative 24 divided by negative 24 is 1, which is why I only have k on the left. Then 24 divided by negative 24 would be negative 1. So that will be our final answer in this example. So to review, I distribute. I chose to have variables on the left side, hence the V. I chose to have the numbers on the right side, hence the number sign. And then I did opposite operations. Subtract 18k on both sides, add 18 to both sides, divide by negative 24 to both sides, and I got k equal to -1. Alright, so we have our second example, 5/4 times 8x minus 12 minus 3/2 times 6x minus 4. So in this example, there's no equal sign, so that means we're just going to simplify the expression. We don't have to solve for x, just simplify it. So we're going to use the distributive property because we have 5/4 in front of the parenthesis, and we have, since it's minus, it's negative 3/2 in front of the parenthesis. So since we have fractions, what I typically do is when I'm multiplying a whole number times a fraction, I typically multiply the whole number to the numerator. So when I multiply, it's going to be 5 times 8x over 4. Positive 5/4 times negative 12 would be minus, with the 5 on top, 12 also over 4. So again, all I did was multiply the 8x to the numerator, which is why I got 5 times 8x. I multiplied the negative 12 to the numerator, which is why I have the minus here, and 5 times 12. Next, I'm going to do the same process with the 3/2. So a negative 3/2 times 6x, positive 6x, would be minus 3 times 6x over 2. So again, I got this by multiplying the 6x to the numerator, which is why we got 3 times 6x. Then negative 3/2 times negative 4. Since it's a negative times a negative, it's going to be plus. And multiplying the 4 to the numerator, it will be 3 times 4 over 2. So again, I got this by multiplying the 4 to the numerator, 3 times 4, and it's plus because a negative times a negative. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to simplify the top. So 5 times 8x, that's 40x over 4, minus 5 times 12, that's 60 over 4, minus 3 times 6x, that's 18x over 2, plus 3 times 4, which is 12 over 2. Now, is there a way we can simplify them? Sure we can. So 40x divided by 4, 4 can definitely go into 40, so 40x divided by 4, that's 10x. Then here, 60 divided by 4, yeah, 4 can definitely go into 60. So 60 divided by 4 is 15. Then we have minus 18x divided by 2. Yes, we can simplify that. That's going to be 9x. Then positive 12 divided by 2. Yes, we can simplify that to positive 6. Alright, so this whole thing right here, 40x divided by 4 was 10x. 60 divided by 4 is 15. 18x divided by 2 is 9x. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. Keep in mind of your signs, alright? If it's minus, keep it minus. If it's positive, plus, keep it plus. Now, we can combine like terms. So we have the x's here, and then we have the numbers here. So let's combine the variables. So 10x minus 9x, that would just be 1x or just x. Then the numbers, negative 15 plus 6, opposite signs. So negative 15 plus 6 would be negative 9. Now if you want to check how to get negative 9 when we're combining opposite signs, do the number line. So we simplify the whole expression, and our final answer is x minus 9. Alright, in our third example, we have 4/3 times 2x plus 3, then minus 5 times x plus 2. Now in here, we don't have an equal sign, so we're just going to simplify the expression. That's how we're going to do. So first step, since we have a number in front of the parenthesis, we're going to distribute. Alright. So, since we have a fraction, I'm going to do the same process in the previous example. 2x is a whole number multiplied to a fraction. I'm going to multiply 2x to the numerator. So it's going to be 4 times 2x over 3. And then, same thing with the positive 3. 4 times 3 over 3. And the reason it's plus because both of them are positive. Now I'm going to do the same thing with the negative 5. Now it's minus 5, so we're going to count it as a negative 5. Negative 5 times x will be negative 5x. Negative 5 times positive 2 will be negative 10. Alright. Next, we're going to simplify the numerator of the fraction. So 4 times 2x, that's going to be 8x over 3. And then over here, we're going to simplify the numerator. 4 times 3 is 12. So I'm going to write plus 12 over 3. Then bring down the rest, so minus 5x minus 10. Now, and then I check, can I simplify the fraction? The only one I can simplify is 12 over 3, because 3 can go into 12. So, again, the only one I'm simplifying is 12 over 3, which is 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. I bring down minus 5x, bring down minus 10, put the plus in front of 4, and then I bring down the fraction, 8x over 3. So, that's what we have right now. I'm going to write over here, for more space, 8x over 3 plus 4 minus 5x minus 10. Alright, so what I'm going to do is combine the numbers. So what we're going to have is 4 minus 10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the variables separate, so 8x over 3 minus 5x. Next, I'm going to combine positive 4 with negative 10. That's going to be negative 6. Alright, we're almost finished. Now here, we're going to combine the variables together. But the problem is, we have a fraction, and we have a whole number. So what we need to do is when we need to combine with the fraction, the other part needs to be a fraction with the same denominator. So, I'm going to rewrite this. So 8x over 3 minus 5x, and bring the 6 over here. So, I mentioned before, I'm going to convert 5x into a fraction over 1, then multiply the denominator by 3 so that we can have common denominator. So when I do that, I'm going to have 8x over 3 minus, then I multiply the 3 on the top, multiply 3 on the bottom. I'm going to have 15x over 3 minus 6. And then when I simplify, I'm going to combine these two fractions together. So I'm basically just combining the top. So 8x minus 15x, that's going to become negative 7x on the top, but I still have the 3. And then I carry the 6, so minus 6. So, I have one variable, one number. So this will be our final answer. So, our example was 4/3 times 2x plus 3, and then minus 5 times x plus 2. We simplify it, distribute the outside number using the distributive property, simplify the fraction, combine like terms, and then convert to fraction to combine them together, and our final answer is negative 7x over 3 minus 6.